Last time on Total Drama Plotagon v Orland Blood vs. Water. George can be happy again after Violet is finally gone, and all he needs to do is win immunity. Spoiler alert, George is a hypocrite. He didn't win the final immunity. Nathan thought George's immunity will be all mine. Nathan will prove George wrong. Amber was happy that she made the final four. Sandro was scared. Sandro said that the final four will be scary, then writing random answers for an exam, but out of nowhere, got an A+ for no reason. The final four ate breakfast, and George, Amber and Sandro all whispered to vote Nathan. Nathan was surprised, and Sandro made a mistake. Nathan told Sandro to talk outside after breakfast, for an apology. Nathan said some insults to Sandro. Sandro thought he said it to someone else. Nathan was sorry about Sandro. I mean, if Sandro did kept his mouth shut, then they would have been outside, talking, and called him a cheap medieval birthday present gone wrong lying worm-headed backstabber in the first place. The final challenge was sweeper log staying until one remains. Amber got out first. George looked at his left. Sandro was Nathan a word, but it can wait after the challenge, and decided to talk now. Sandro was sorry to Nathan, again, and told him to vote George. They hoped George did not just say that. George got out second because he was not paying attention. Sandro got out last. And Nathan won immunity again. Sandro wants to ask Nathan a question where he said, when's there going to be a day where he doesn't win immunity? Nathan was sorry to Sandro, but he wanted that immunity so bad, and Nathan spotted the final three. Sandro's dream of Nathan being eliminated is a scrapped failure. Amber and George need their ears wide open and listen carefully because Sandro said, Nathan cannot win, he's so evil singer. They cannot vote Nathan out tonight because he won immunity again. Sandro forgot. George said, their alliance was stronger but mean. Sandro, they gotta do what they gotta do, voting themselves. But in the end, the final three have to say goodbye to Amber, the final girl of this season. Today is the big day, people. That's right, you are going to see who's gonna win. Will it be Nathan, or George, or Sandro? Find out who will win right here, right now, on Total Drama Plotagon v Orland Blood vs. Water.
Poor Amber, she doesn't deserve to go home, man. It should have been Nathan being eliminated instead.
Nathan cannot win the finale, for Amber, just like what Amber said.
What are you guys talking about?
Oh. Nothing.
We were talking to this river. Right there.
Oh, okay, I thought you were talking about me.
That was close.
Me too. Nathan is such a stupid, evil, no good, bully of me, since they I need to use my glory al bravo pueblo powers, to win this season.
We lost one member of our alliance. But at least me and Sandro are in the final three.
Today's the day, finale day. Good morning, George and Sandro. Good luck in the finale.
Good morning, Nathan. Good luck in the finale.
Buen día, Nathan. Good luck in the finale.
Why are you both so nervous? What happened to you?
Nothing. Oh, would you look at the time, breakfast time.
Last night, I heard George and Sandro talking about me being evil. No way. That's messed up. I'm gonna win, not them.
Final 3 breakfast. Oh boy, I'm ready for the real deal.
Okay, it's time.
Welcome final three, to the jury vote, but let's bring in our jury. Jose Luis, Andy, Crawford, Alexis, Asher, Trey, Cyrus, Violet and Amber. Okay, George, Nathan and Sandro, you are gonna give your best speech in front of the jury why you should win Total Drama Plotagon v Ordland Blood vs. Water. George, you are up first.
Hello everyone, welcome, let's begin immediately. I came into this season with a target on my back, because no one knew who I was. People assumed early on that Alexis, Crawford and myself were incredibly close. That's why I went to Sandro and Amber, and alongside them made the big majority alliance that ruled for some time at the Perpetuanico team. Crawford and Alexis got voted off from the double elimination and I was next in line. However, I managed to play from the bottom and made deals that kept me in the game. I had to lie and betray, but after being targeted for some time, I still made it here and was responsible for great moves. That's why I deserve to win the game.
Thanks everyone for being here, glad to be able to speak to you all. As many of you know, I came here to play big, to play fairly, to be the number one hero we could be. But I wanted to do it all fair and square. No immunity tiki stealing, no personal attacks, just concentration gameplay. I tried to play hard and I feel like I mastered it well enough that I was semi-responsible for everyone sitting there. I took Sirius and Violet out. The show called Villain Queen and King. I voted with George to create chaos around Amber, getting her voted off last. I sold out my ally Amber with build up trust for us. And me and George have been the only dos Ranginui to make it to the final three. I've played extremely hard and owned it.
Hey, alright, I'm very nervous, so. Phew. Okay, ready. Total Drama Plotagon v Ordland Blood vs. Water was all about playing the best game I could. I was in control for the whole pre-merge portion of the game. At the merge I managed to take out my targets early on. I was capable of winning challenges when I needed to, and feel like I played a more all-rounded game than my opponents. I have lied. I have betrayed and I have been a huge snake in the grass, and I have been an absolute villain. But if I voted you off, I did it because I had to in order to stay in the game. I had to use my social game to put myself in a good position and use my strategic game to vote off the people that had to go at the right moment. That's why I never been voted off yet. So far, I deserve to win this game.
You're all gonna expect me to praise Sandro to heaven and back, but actually not. I think you played a great game, Nathan, but you for sure had flaws. You had the typical habit to ignore people you didn't need in the game, and that's not going well with me. So my question for you is simple. Was your intention to talk just with people you needed for your game?
Congrats on making it to the final three. George, everything you said don't make sense. You were simply here because you've been dragged to the end, no strategy, no nothing. Nathan, you were salty as heck. I have heard from several jurors that you acted like a spoiled brat that didn't get what he wanted as soon as Sandro won something. Get over yourself. Sandro, you were getting too much credit for whatever you did. Yeah, you were on top of the team, but you just picked us off one by one. Easy peasy, nothing exciting. I don't know who I'll be voting for you. My only question for y'all is that I want you to name one juror you think would have won the game, and if you dare to name Lance, my brother, then you lose my vote immediately.
Hello! Time to cast my vote for a winner. I want to say that Sandro, you had the right reception of this game. You knew who you had to keep close and who you had to let go. That's maybe why my son, Jose Luis, addressed that thing that you ignored people or whatever. I think he's bitter that you're sitting in the end, and he just is a first juror. I will vote you, Sandro, simply because I think you did play the very best game.
Such a great final three. George, congratulations on making it to the final three despite on the outs for a long time. You rock. I have a question for Sandro and Nathan. Was it important that Violet didn't have any allies left besides you two and Cyrus?
I'll be voting Nathan, because I simply don't care for the other two. This game was run by boys who were scared as heck to actually work this game. And yes, I have included Jose Luis too in that sentence. Lol. Hey boys, congratulations. First of all, don't even bother to listen to all the bitterness. You three played different games, and it brought you to the end. Sandro, you have my vote locked, but I want to point out that Nathan indeed played a very strategic game and that George, despite being left by himself alone at the river, still remained very positive. He's a fighter and I hope people will see him as a fighter and as not a goat. Thanks boys and good luck. Look at this. It's so against Sandro and he's sitting next to him. I agreed with Trey, stop the bitterness. But I want to call Nathan out on one thing. You really need to learn to stop being so obsessive with Sandro. It came to a point where I almost wanted to vote you off. So I want to give you one chance on getting my vote. George, Let's say, Sandro went to the final 6, and you, me and Tiffany were final 3. Do you think you would have actually beaten me at the jury vote?
This is scary. Imagine if I were in your position. Okay Nathan, you made a deal with me 1 hour before the end and voted me off. George, you always claimed to have looked out for me, but I didn't see much of it. And then to Sandro, when I needed someone you were there. Your social game is outstanding and I want to give you any credit you deserve. Good job. Come on, give the dude some credit, y'all. He made it all for you, not for just himself.
Hi boys, I'm here to wrap some stuff. George, you originally would have gotten my vote because you definitely are a better player than others portray you. If it was a final 2, and it was you versus Nathan, you would have won the game, but we got powerhouse Sandro sitting here. Sandro, I believe people always saw you as the best player. We got warned, we tried to take you out but you somehow always survive it. Sandro, I'm not kidding when I'm telling you that you remind me of my dad. While being targeted you still have control over the game. You made social bonds with an outside the alliance and you played a huge part in every vote off. Even if you didn't vote with us, Sandro, you are the winner, and as they always say it, the winner takes it all.
Alright jury, get ready to vote. I vote for Nathan, cause Sandro deserves that L.
I vote for George, because he worked so hard after all of the fights.
Alright, before I read the votes, I'll see you at the theater. Alright, thank you for this amazing season, but it's time to reveal the winner. George. Nathan. Sandro, 1 vote each. Nathan, 2 votes Nathan. Sandro, 2 votes Sandro, 2 votes Nathan. Nathan, 3 votes Nathan. Sandro, 3 votes Sandro, 3 votes Nathan. Sandro, 4 votes Sandro, 3 votes Nathan, 1 vote George. The winner of Total Drama Plotagon v Orland Blood vs. Water. Sandro, yes, my dream is finally coming true.
Que, yo gané, sí.
No, I was so close to winning this season, and make a song about me winning, but nope, it's a scrap failure. But good game Sandro.
Good game Nathan.
Good game, Sandro. Alright, you did it. You crushed Nathan.
Good game George, my ally.
Thank you for watching the 8th season, but next season, we are going to have 18 new contestants, and 3 teams, and leave New Zealand, to South America. Don't forget to tune in, for Total Drama Plotagon, Maku Piku.